everybody? It's CreamFriche from Twitch coming to you live with the first ever MLB The Show 20 YouTube video. So I've had a lot of people asking me to post videos. So today's the day I want to post my first ever YouTube video. The focus on this video today is on XP, Stubs, and Conquest mode. So as regard to XP and Stubs, I'm going to show you guys how to gain XP and Stubs early on. This is more so for maybe the newer players. I know players like myself who played every game for the past 10 years. We know how to acquire Stubs. There are some things maybe in this that players who've been around don't know about. Other than Stubs and XP, I also want to show you guys Conquest mode this year. It's a little bit different. I'm going to show you what strategies to use since there's a 3-batter minimum, since you can choose your starting pitcher now, what difficulty to play on, and what strategy to actually use while moving around on the Conquest map. So how about we go ahead and we jump right in it. So first things first, if you're new to the game, you're going to get this screen in Diamond Dynasty mode. It's right here. It's called Collections. So first thing you're going to want to do when you hop into Diamond Dynasty, after you create your team, whatever you want to do, I would hop right into this tab with Collections. Say you pre-ordered the game and you ripped a bunch of packs. This is going to be helpful because you're going to have players already in Collections that you can collect, and or items to also collect. Maybe within the first couple days, you rip a bunch of packs and you have a bunch of players sitting in the inventory that you have not technically collected yet. So there's this first tab here called Starter Collections. So in the Starter Collections, as you play the game, there's going to be a ton of bat skins. This is something that I haven't seen much this year yet, as I think only acquired one and I sold it. But say you get 3. Right out the gate, you get 500 Stubs, 1000 XP. XP is huge this year. As you can see, I'm already bronze level 64. I'm not saying that's high, not saying it's low. I've seen a lot of people that are in the lower tier of rank so far in XP. I've not seen anybody hit level 100 or silver 1, whatever you want to call it. But this is a quick way to gain XP, as I rip packs day 1. Of course, I know a lot of streamers, a lot of players like to rip packs. So rip these packs, go right into this starter collection. Bat skins, that's the first one. These are the ones that are going to be a little easier. So first collection. So it's going to have you collect Javier Baez rookie card and ship it stadium. And I think the game gives you Javier Baez's rookie card right out the gate. You collect that right away, you get an extra 250 for 2, 125, you get 750 XP total. So then you go to infielders. Infielders, it could be anybody, it's just 10 infielders. You get 500 Stubs, 1000 XP. Next one, outfielders. Same thing, 500 Stubs, 1000 XP. And I think it's the same for all of these. So every single one of these, you get 500, these 3, 500, 1000 XP. This one, equipment. Equipment's really easy. They come in packs. You can get them in after game rewards. Same thing. You get 100 Stubs, 500 XP for that. Stadiums, 100 Stubs, 500 XP. Stadiums are really easy and unlockable. Same thing. Very easy to obtain. Like I said, this collection right here, the starter collection, is the first one you want to do right off the gate. After ripping some packs, you get extra Stubs. Maybe you make some of your Stubs back. You also will get a boost in XP, etc. Next one's Live Series. So the Live Series collection is a little bit different and a little bit harder to do. As you can see, I've completed the Orioles, White Sox, Indians. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 total collections I've completed. I've also completed the AL Central, which in my opinion is well worth it. It is easy. These 5 guys are really easy to obtain. The only team that's hard is the Indians to collect everybody. The Twins could be a little difficult. They're more so gold players. But it is well worth it because you get Walter Johnson. So Walter Johnson isn't bad. And ignore the 9 ERA. I think I gave up a home run on 1 pitch in a Conquest game. The only thing that sucks with him is the fact that his windup sucks. So I'm not currently using him in my rotation. But you get guys like Torrey Hunter, some really good stats. Another guy you get, Cody Allen, great stats. One of my best pitchers so far in my bullpen. So like I said, on top of that, you get 4,000 Stubs and 7,000 XP just for completing the AL Central. So each individual one of these, you also go through and say it's the Orioles. Orioles are one of the easiest teams to collect in this game. Say you get a bunch of cards off packs, etc., or you just want to complete the collection right out the gate. You get 3,500 XP for collecting all of the players. 30, you get 3,000 XP. You get 2,500 XP for 20 and 2,000 for 10. So if you add all that up, for every collection you do, say you just want to get them to 30, which is what I've done for most of my collections this year, is just got them to 30 total collected, except for the 9 I've actually completed. You get a total of 7,500 XP just from getting these players of these teams to 30 total collected, which is not hard because there's always 5 to 10 players on a team that are more harder to acquire because you got diamonds, gold, silvers, etc. 30 cards for every team is not difficult. You can get that by ripping packs. You can go in the market and put in buy orders for a lot of cards, which I did for a bunch. But it's well worth it because you're getting 7,500 XP for every single one you do. So that adds up over time. Like I said, every single one of these is at least at 30, 30, 30, etc. So that is an easy way to gain XP right out the gate is, say you rip a bunch of packs, you go through and do a lot of these collections. You get 7,500 XP just for getting them to 30, and then add on the extra 3,500, so you get 11,000 XP in total from doing an entire collection. That's a lot. And I've noticed a lot of players that have high levels so far on the XP reward system, they have the collections done. A guy that I know has Mickey Mantle already. He was a level 75 bronze the second night. I was like, damn, dude. So I started hopping in collections and getting these all to 30, and I've jumped up to level 64. Another one to look into, same thing, you get a ton of XP. Free agents. For collecting 120 free agents, which you once again you get in after game rewards, packs, etc. You get 7,500 XP. You get 6,500 for 80 and 5,000 for 40. So you're looking at 11,500 for collecting 80. This total right here. So say you just have 80 out the gate. That's 11,500 XP. Add another 7,500 to that. You're looking at 19,000 XP from 120 players collected. That is a ton of XP towards your level. And then say you get to the final, you get 8,500 XP. So you get a ton of XP for these free agents who do not cost a lot. I could go through and finish this off, which I'm just going to organically collect these players for the rest of the year. But yeah, so you can earn a ton of XP from collections this year, and it's insane. And say you get all these, I think, yeah, you get 12,000 XP from collecting all the NL. You get another 12,000 XP from AL, and I think overall you get 20,000 more XP from Mickey Mantle. So collections this year are well worth it for the simple fact if you're trying to grind through XP this year, it's definitely worth it. I'd advise going into it. I think it's a good strategy. At least get every collection to 30. Sorry. Definitely well worth it this year. And I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't spend stubs on packs, etc. There's a ton of cards you can go on the market and buy for a cheap price. A lot of commons, a lot of silvers, etc. Silvers, bronze, whatever you want to call it. So the next, I'm going to avoid the first aid program because that one you don't really earn too much XP right out the gate. Here's another one right here. So say you're collecting cards through packs, etc. So here's an example, rookie. You once again can get a ton of XP just collecting rookie cards. So you get 1,500 XP for just 5 of them, and these are not worth much. I could go through here and buy, I think I get this Cy Young by doing Conquest. There's a couple other cards you could buy throughout here. Once again, you get 3,500 XP just for collecting 10 of these. Breakout, same thing, another 35, All-Star, 35, etc. So same thing. You could go through these. You can once again collect a bunch of those, gain a bunch of XP right out the gate. Simple. This is another one that most people don't hurry up and jump into. Minor league stadiums. This is an easy way to gain stubs. So everybody has minor league stadiums. You get 1,500 stubs just for collecting 23 minor league stadiums, which is easy to do. As you can see, I have 9 to 10 of like every single one. MLB Stadium's another one. You get another 1,500 stubs for collecting all of them, which I'm very close. It looks like I'm at 25 of 30. I'm not going to buy them. I'm going to organically just acquire them over the year. I'm sure I'll get the 1,000 stubs sooner or later, etc. This one's a little bit more difficult. You can put in orders if you just really want Polo Grounds. I'll eventually do it because you need it to get the Goat Bat skin. But that one you get 1,000 XP and Polo Grounds. Don't think you can sell. Yeah, you can't sell Polo Grounds this year. But all the rest of these stadiums, they go for quite a penny. Yeah, 2,300, probably a stadium. That's something more so I'll focus on more later in the game. So we'll move on to unlockables and equipment. So this is another way to earn a bunch of XP quickly. So bat skins, you can, like I said, it's hard to acquire bat skins this year, but as you can see, you gain a bunch of XP for collecting bat skins. Probably the easiest ones to do are bats, batting gloves, fielding gloves, cleats. Let's say stadium sounds, audio calls, animation, celebration. These are the ones you'd want to focus on. Just like right out the gate, you get a bunch of different stuff. Same thing. 1,000 XP, 1,500, 2,000, etc. You also get a bunch of stubs for the same thing. I don't think a lot of people really focus on doing these type of collections right out the gate, but I feel like they should. I'm not saying you go in here and you buy every single one. You can put in buy orders for these and get them pretty cheap. You can also, if you're ripping packs, don't sell the items right away. Just hold on to them because it is well worth it in the end because you do get the XP towards the program. So moving on from that, this is the easiest way to gain stubs right out the gate. So all you have to do in these collections, I think all the bronzes collect 10, except for pitchers you collect 50. Silvers you collect 5. Pitchers I think is 10. No, 35. Golds you collect 2. 2, 4. I guess it's different on every single one. And pitchers is 10. You gain a ton of XP from doing this. So say you're just collecting cards and cards are being locked in collections. Come in here, make sure you lock them in here. So say you got a bunch of catchers right out you get 900 stubs from collecting in just bronze catchers. So 900 stubs from each one, that stuff adds up. I think after doing all of these, I think I had 50,000 stubs and I used it towards more collections once I was done with it. These are just little things that not everybody knows about starting out the game. But I want you guys to be aware so that you can gain XP, you can gain stubs, and it can be a fun experience for you, and you can work towards those new rewards. Trophy system is something new this year. I've never seen this before. This is another good way. You get 1,000 stubs right out the gate for having one legend that's a silver or flashback. 1,000 stubs, 2,500 XP. Equipment. You have 10 items. You get 150 stubs, 750 XP. That may not seem like a lot, but it adds up. Gold players. Say you have 30 gold players, which I got really quick this year. I don't know if I was fortunate or not. 1,000 stubs, 3,000 XP. Say you get your first diamond pull ever, and you keep them. You get 1,000 stubs just for having that diamond and 2,500 XP. Like I said, these are just the little things people do not realize that are in the game. So these are the ways to earn early XP and stubs quickly as a new player, as a current player. If you don't know about these ways, definitely hop into collections and look through what you can complete, lock in, etc. So the next thing that I will hop in is Conquest. Conquest this year, there's 3 Conquest maps. So you got the Tim Tebow starter, you got the normal Conquest map, and you got the first inning Conquest. I have not touched the first inning Conquest or the Tebow starter Conquest yet, but I will finish them off just to do them. I've focused heavily on the big Conquest this year. I do this every year. I do it so I get used to the game. I do it so that I get a bunch of XP, stubs, packs, etc., rewards after game, you name it. So every year they have these goals on here. So there's little goals for stealing fans, conquering territories, you get stubs, you get packs, taking strongholds, etc. So we'll hop right into this. All right, so this is my map currently right now. As you can see, I have not finished it. But as you can see, we're going to go over my strategy on how I get the map to where it's at right now. So when you start off in Conquest, you start in this little spot right here. This little spot right here, as you can see. It's kind of hard to see, etc. So it's kind of like the center mass of the screen. So when I first start, I'll go up. Usually I would go up in the old Conquest. You go up, you get like, I think 5 fans to start out usually. This year I think you only start with like 3 or 4 tops. So it was a little different on the strategy. So my strategy is, so looking at this map where you're at when you start, you have the Colorado Rockies that are going to be to your left, and you have the Minnesota Twins that are to your right. This year, I immediately attacked the Minnesota Twins in the first turn, beat them on Hall of Fame. Second turn, went towards the Rockies. Third turn, attacked the Rockies. So I got rid of the center mass of the Colorado Rockies and the Minnesota Twins as fast as possible this year so that I could then obtain every position around me and not have to worry about 2 teams coming at my door. So doing that, you then gain a bunch of fans so that you can then use those fans to move to different places. So as you get going, this year I did a weird strategy where I cut the map in half, went straight down to Houston, and cut off the west from the east. Not saying you have to do that. Years past, I would just attack the west, get it over with, etc. But this year I did a little different. So my strategy is you build up a wall of players so that, or of fans, you should say, so that other teams can't attack you whenever they want. So you build up a wall so that you can't be attacked, etc. You then take all your fans that you accumulate and put it in one spot. You take that one spot and you go towards, say you want to go towards the west. Go towards the Giants in the west, and you build up around the Giants, just like I had it. So it says 1-4 as we go up to the left corner. 1-4-4-3, etc. 4 is the max, is what you need, probably around every stronghold for them not to overtake that spot. So that's what I do. I take over every spot around a stronghold, and then I move on to the next. And I do that so that they can't continuously move out, add to their stuff, etc. So I get the map looking exactly how it is. I surround every single stronghold except for this year was a little different. I had to attack the Twins and the Rockies before I attack every stronghold. So I think it was Friday night I started this, and I got the map, I think, halfway done. It was halfway done. I only spent like an hour and a half on it, and I had half of the map surrounded with my spots, my fans. They were surrounding all the strongholds on the left side of the map. So then yesterday, I then spent probably another hour, and I surrounded the entire map. So I had fans around every single stronghold. Every position on the map was mine, except for the actual Conquest stronghold. So the actual stronghold, so like the Giants, I don't have the Giants, obviously. So you do that because then you just have to worry about playing the games. You don't have to worry about moving to different spots, etc. So once you surround all the spots, you then start just attacking individually. I got unfortunate because the Boston Red Sox took like the entire east side of the map, so I had to play them like 8 times. But it makes it easy because then you get into a rhythm. You're just playing games. You don't have to worry about simulating anymore, etc. Then it goes by really fast. So I was able to get through 22 strongholds yesterday before I got off. And this year, what I would recommend playing these strongholds, so say you want to attack the Astros this year. Put a 10 there. All you see is All-Star Hall of Fame Legend because it's 9 fans, whatever. I would recommend playing on Legend this year. And I say Legend because you get the best bang for your buck. You don't have to worry about getting common rewards if you win the game. Commons are off the books. That gives you a higher chance for silver, golds, and diamonds. Silver chances go up, gold chances go up, and diamond chances go up. So in after game rewards so far, I've played my last 5 stronghold games on Legend. I've had 2 diamonds show up in my after game, and I've gotten 2 golds in my after game. So out of the 5 games, 2 golds and 2 diamonds, pretty good odds. Not saying it's going to happen to everybody, but I feel like it's something people need to look into. With the simple fact that Legend this year plays a lot like Hall of Fame last year. If you can't do it, if it's a little too difficult for you, you can get away using Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame still has good chances for diamonds, golds, etc. I played most of the map on Hall of Fame, and I thought it was too easy. So I bumped it up to Legend, and I felt like it was more of a competitive feel for me. It wasn't too hard, still hitting home runs, I'm not giving up runs, etc. But say we click on Legend. I'm going to show you guys another quick little strategy tidbit. Let's see, so then you click on the stadium, whatever. I play, so this year's a little weird too. So I have trouble seeing the ball for some reason at some stadiums. So I started playing with it raining. If you play with it raining, it seems to drown out the fans a little bit, so you can see the ball a little bit better. I don't know if it's just me or not, but I've hit a lot better since I started putting rain at every stadium I played at. So say I pick that. So you get 5 starters, right? You can choose any starter you want. So you're thinking in your head, Yeah, why don't I go Steven Strasburg? No. Why don't I pick a bullpen pitcher? Still not the best strategy. So this year, they implemented a new thing where you can choose the pitcher you want for each game. So, say you pick Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani is my 5th starter. If you click just for this game purpose, I don't care if I lose it, it's whatever. I'm going to click Ohtani. So here's my lineup. It is what it is. Ohtani's down there. That's my lineup. So we're going to go ahead and go into this game. So realistically, you're thinking in your head, you pick a starter, whatever. You're not sure who you're going to face. Oh, but this year it's different. Jose Urquidy is the Astros' 5th starter. So if you go into every single game with your 5th starter, you are going to face that Conquest team, no matter the difficulty, their 5th starter. If you're playing a legend game against a bronze pitcher every single game, 100% worth it. 100% worth it. And I started doing this strategy after I saw it. And I just thought in my head, I'm like, holy cow, I hope people know this strategy. I hope this isn't just a fluke thing, etc. But now that I've played 22 games and it's consistently done it every single game, I think SDS meant to put it in the game. So hopefully today's video was helpful. Hopefully you guys know how to get some stubs, XP to grind towards those XP rewards, because everybody likes those programs. Everybody likes the rewards that you can get. Hopefully you guys know how to do Conquest a little bit easier. Don't be afraid to play on Legend. I'm telling you guys, Legend difficulty is not like it is in years past. The rewards after game are well worth it. And definitely implement using your 5th starter so that you can play the worst pitcher on every single team. So thank you guys so much for your time. I appreciate anybody who's tuned into my Twitch channel lately. It's been a very fun 3 months. Hopefully we can start posting YouTube videos weekly and I get some positive feedback. So see you later from the Cream. Hope you guys have a great day.